Soul Patrol, Jesus 911, two-man car, Jess Romero, Eddie Chavez. We have special guests today. We got a UFC legend, Bas Rutten. We got my brother Johnny Romero, a Romero legend. We got both of these gentlemen today in studio with us because there's a big event in Southern California that we want to talk about. Bas and Johnny, welcome to Jesus 911 with my co-host Eddie Chavez.
What's up?
What's up, boss? How are you? Johnny, what's going on?
How are you guys?
Good.
Great. Hey, great to be here.
Let me just mention real quick that today's the feast day of Saint John Juan Capistrano, or Saint Juan Capistrano. This guy was the man's man. This guy fought in the Crusades. Okay, this is not. So this is like the perfect guy, the perfect feast to have both of you guys on today on the show. And also today's psalm at Mass. Psalm 68, blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel. He has come to his people. So also another very appropriate psalm today at Mass in light of what's happening over in the Middle East. So, hey, Bas and Johnny, tell us, this weekend there's going to be a big men's conference at St. Kateri. Eddie, you live out there. Is this St. Kateri or Blessed Kateri? What's it called now?
Well, it used to be Blessed Kateri. I think they refer to it as St. Kateri now. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So there's a big men's conference at St. Kateri Catholic Church. It's in Santa Clarita, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of Catholic first responders out there, cops, firemen, paramedics. Tell us a little bit. What's the theme of the conference this weekend? And both of you guys, they invited two heavy hitters there. What's the theme of the conference?
Well, it's basically, go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, buddy. It's okay. I'll follow up.
Okay. It's basically how to show men how that following Jesus is for the true men in our society, because there's too many people out there that think going to Mass and taking care of the spiritual needs of a family is led by the woman of the house and children, and men are supposed to stay home and watch the football game. And we need to realize that is we got to turn that idea up on its head. And I think Bas leading the idea that real men follow Jesus, real men get on their knees, real men do the hard work of leading their families, providing for their families and protecting their families and leading them to heaven. Men need to be the spiritual leaders of their family. And that's really the message of the conference. Everything else is details, but I think Bas is the perfect guy to attract a lot of men that are curious. How did this happen? How did one of the best fighters in the world of our generation fall in love with Jesus?
Bas, a follow-up, brother.
Yeah, the thing is this, Jesse, we all have this red mind, warped mind idea of what a real man is. And I just did a talk as well in Fresno and here in Texas. And I have this line, what it is to be a real man. And they asked me like 4 times to repeat it because everybody wanted to record it. They said, what kind of man you want to be? I said, I want to be a man who's in control of his weaknesses, vices, and imperfections. A man who's not a slave to his passions, his emotions, and desires, but a real man who is in control of himself. Now, we all believe that freedom is do whatever you want to do. We can drink whatever we want. We can do drugs. We can shout. We can profanity. We can have women. We can do all that stuff. What people don't realize is those are all vices. They're the opposite of being free. Jesus wants you to be free of those. And I came to the realization that if you're addicted to alcohol, you're a slave to alcohol. Addicted to porn, you're a slave to porn. That tells you they are in control. That's not freedom. You're locked up. And Jesus wants you to cut from all those earthly distractions and be a real man. And once I realized that, because I truly believe that a real man could use profanity, do all these things that I just said, I realized, man, my God, I'm a sissy. I'm the opposite of being a real man. So now I want to be a real man. And boy, it takes a lot of work. I've been 9 years back into the faith. And it's hard, but there's this one thing, like in fighting, I always say, in fighting, I thought I could never be a world champion. And then one day I started rolling with other guys and I came home and I look at my wife and go, I think I can be a world champion in this, And in the faith, I had this two steps forward, 3 steps back, and I go like, man, it's so hard to be in total control of yourself. I thought that sainthood was never reachable, but now I see it is reachable. But it is very, very hard work. It's not what everybody thinks. It's you have to be constantly, you have to keep your senses under control, which is a very hard thing to do in this day and age with all these crazy phones and the short-term memory span that we have.
So, hey, I want you guys to invite the men out there in Southern California, anybody who's listening to this radio show, invite them to this conference this Saturday. Johnny, go ahead, invite them.
Hey, I just want to tell all the men out there that you don't want to miss myself and Bas. We're going to light a fire because we are on fire. We believe in everything that we say. And Bas is a great example there of, everything worthwhile is going to take a tremendous amount of effort, but with God on your side, you can lead your family to heaven. You can be the real man that we need in our society. You can be part of the light instead of part of the darkness right now. We are suffering right now in our society from the lack of men, and this is why we are in the situation that we are in. Don't miss out. It's going to be like no other conference. It's going to be muscular Christianity at its finest.
Yeah, you were just talking about St. John of Capistrano. I mean, that guy fought in the Crusades, and you better believe that guys like that, they're freaking animals outside, but at home, they're the perfect husband. They're the perfect father. Everything is in order. And I always look at the people now, you go like, man, don't you wish you be a guy like that? A guy who's in complete control of everything, who's always ready for whatever life is going to throw at him or his loved ones. That's the guy I want to be, So train hard, eat well, do all these things that God tells you. But guess what? Because we are designed to fix ourselves. All that COVID stuff and everything that happened, the healthy person who just always worked out and was they had a very, very tiny chance of passing away from COVID because they're always ready. And you never know when the time is going to come. Last thing I'm going to say real fast is like a friend of mine, he listened to me and he said, boy, I'm going to do it too. I said, cool. I'm going to go to Mass at noon. Join me. And he said, no. I'm going to do this when I'm like 70 or something. I go, why would you say that? He goes, because then otherwise I got to stop all these things that I want to do right now. I go, dude, that's amazing. I say, can you tell me? He says, can you tell you what? I say, can you tell me when I die? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, well, apparently you know when you die. Because, if you didn't get your things in order, my understanding is that I can get a heart attack right now. I can walk on the street, I can die right now. If I don't have my affairs in order, I'm going to go to a bad place. So maybe you should start paying attention and start working now. Not tomorrow, just now.
Amen. Eddie, you got a question for Bas or Johnny?
Ask you guys, for example, you guys have done a lot of this type of work before. My question is this. Have you guys seen a recurring theme? In other words, is there something that you could point to that's happening in today's society that's causing men to back up and not want to be the manly man they're supposed to be?
It's weakness. It's weakness. They all want to. They're controlled by the ladies, and I'm not saying that men have control of them. No, I think there's a mutual respect there should be. And I think if your wife tells you everything to do, if I have friends who are my age and they need to be home like 11 o'clock at night, I go, something is really freaking wrong with your marriage, dude. I mean, like if I say, hey, listen, I'm going to go for 2 days, I'm going to go there and there. She trusts me 100%, the same as I trust her 100%. There will be no questions. But now we're all pusillanimous, right? That's what we are. Lack of courage, lack of determination, effeminacy. That's literally it, an attachment to pleasure and an unwillingness to suffer. That's what Thomas Aquinas calls it, effeminacy. And right now, a lot of men are effeminate. The testosterone level from a 22-year-old male right now is the same as a 67-year-old had in 2000. Think about that. In 20 years, like the chances that your father from a 22-year-old male has doubled the amount of testosterone that you have are astronomically high. And that is what's wrong with the world. And it's not the food. It's because we don't get challenged anymore. Everything is on a silver platter. We date online. We date by text. We break up by text. Everything's behind the scary thing because we're afraid to look people in the face and just to tell them the truth. So that's what's wrong with it. People are becoming weak. Pusillanimous. I call them pussies. And I took that word I made an abbreviation for pusillanimous. P-U-S-I. Lack of courage, lack of determination, cowardly. That's also a transcript.
Johnny, give us the itinerary for this Saturday.
Please join us for the men's conference at St. Kateri Catholic Church, located at 22508 Copper Hill Drive in Santa Clarita, California. You can buy tickets for $25 a piece by going to the St. Kateri Parish homepage. That is you spell out the word Saint. Kateri is Kateri parish.org. That's again, spell out Saint, and then Kateri, Kateri parish.org. And you scroll down to the conference flyer and you sign up. Continental breakfast is included in the price. If you buy tickets online, you'll have the option to purchase an on-site lunch for a couple of dollars, $15 extra. You can also purchase tickets at the door the day of the conference, but no lunch can be purchased at that time. I'd recommend that you, go to the parish website, stkateriparish.org. That way we know exactly how much food to get, and it'll be a great day. Guaranteed you will.
I'll keep pushing this throughout the week. Good job, guys. Give them heaven, rain heaven on these guys on Saturday. God bless you, boss. God bless you, Johnny. See you guys later.
All right, guys. Thanks for having us.
Take care. God bless you.